Welcome once again. This is Ritu Saxena, and we are going to study Bharat Desh by Subramaniam Bharati. We have studied it before also, but we are going to repeat it once again for better understanding. And this poem is about the patriotism, and this is the first page, that pre-reading task. What is national hero? What do you understand by a national hero, and why the reason for their fame? Like if we are talking about Subhash Chandra Bose, why he is famous? Because he established Azad Hind Fauj and fought for the country freedom. If you talk about Mahatma Gandhi, nobody can deny his contribution in the for the freedom of our motherland. He is father of the nation. That's what his reason for fame is. Again, he's a great patriotic. If we talk of Jawaharlal Nehru, if we talk of Indira Gandhi, if we talk of Jhansi Ki Rani, all these are national heroes. If we are discussing national heroes, it doesn't mean that we are talking about the film stars and all. The real heroes are those who bring change in the society by sacrificing their life. And this poem is all about Bharat Desh, that how we can bring change in our country to make it a well developed, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Chalo dekhte hain what's next in the poem. We have discussed it. Dear children, please go to the previous video that I have made for you people, and I have discussed the poem in that. But once again, with the name of Bharat Desh on our lips, let us shake off our fears and poverty and overcome our sorrows and enemies. We shall stroll on the snow-clad silvery heights of the Himalayas. Our ships shall sail across the high sea. We shall set up schools, all sacred temples. Sacred means pavitra, pure temples. For us here is literary device which is used to make the sentence more attractive and more you know beautiful, to so that we can uh, relate it to the other thing that we see around. So this is literary device, that's metaphor and simile. We will be discussing it, and proudly thumbing our shoulders and utter the name of this land of ours, Bharat. With the name of Bharadesh on our lips, let us shake off our fear and poverty. Now see here, this with the name of this part is repeated. This part is repeated. Why it is repeated? To emphasize, to give some importance, that we have to keep Bharat Desh on our lips. Whatever our act is, whatever our work is, that is all for our country. We shall make tools and weapons. We shall produce paper. We shall open factories and schools. We shall never be lazy or weary. We shall be ever generous. We shall always speak the truth. With the name of Bharat Desh on our lips, let us shake off our fear and poverty. Both scripture and sciences we shall learn. Scripture means religious books, that is Granth वगैरह, जैसे Quran, Bible, Quran, Ramayana. These are scriptures. The heavens and ocean we will explore. The mysteries of moon we shall unravel. The art of street sweeping too we shall learn. With the name of Bharat Desh on our lips, let's shake off our fear and poverty. See here again, this lines has been repeated. Now we have done. Please go to the previous video if you have not understood the things has been cleared in that video. Now we are moving to the exercise part. Let's see what is there in exercise. It's not a very difficult poem. Oceans, ठीक है? Oceans. Now let's do it on the. It's very easy. You have to just match. Stroll on the silvery heights. Slow on snow-clad silvery heights. Sail across. Sail across where? high seas. Sail across high seas, set up schools by school. If I was in the class, you would be helping me and we would be doing it quickly. So schools make weapons, where it is. Come on, come on. Mm, make हाँ, tools and weapons. Here it is. Produce paper कहाँ पर है भाई, जल्दी बता दो. And paper, yeah. Open schools. Where is factories and schools? सबसे last वाला. Never be lazy and weary कहाँ पर है? Yeah, I got it. Ever be generous. Yeah, we should be generous. Speak always truth. Yes, truth. Learn scripture and science. Here it is. Explore mysteries of moon. Unravel. कुछ छूट गया क्या? I hope. Heavens and oceans. Okay. Chal. This is it. If there is some mistake, you just contact me. This is read the following extract. We shall set up schools, all sacred temples. We shall set up schools, all as sacred as temples. Now see the difference between these two lines. These two lines are almost similar. It may be sounding similar, but it is not similar. Now, what is there in extract 1a? The comparison between school and temples is not direct but implied. This is called comparison, is called metaphor. If suppose, for example, in the classroom, if a boy is tallest among all, if there is one boy who is tallest, then you may call him, okay, Amitabh Bachchan, come here. So does he become Amitabh Bachchan? No. But one characteristic of Amitabh Bachchan is that he is very tall. So if you are calling someone as Amitabh Bachchan, this comparison is implied. You are directly replacing, you are not comparing, you are directly replacing that word and you are calling that fellow Amitabh Bachchan. But when I say he is as tall as Amitabh Bachchan, then it is simile. Okay. So when the comparison is direct between two things, it is simile. Now there are few examples. Two of the most famous that work very well are similes and metaphor. Both of them are widely used by writers to create, mental image. If I say Amitabh Bachchan, you have got mental image of Amitabh Bachchan. So what is the image? That he is such a magnificent, he is a man with a magnificent personality. And one most important attribute of this fellow Amitabh Bachchan is that he is tall. So you have got the mental image. So both of them are widely used to create mental image of their reader and make their text more lively and interesting. You just now you must have noticed that at the moment I compared it, the concept was very clear that I am talking about something, some characteristic of that person which is very clear. So if such kind of comparison is there, it is metaphor. When I say that boy is tall like Amitabh Bachchan, it is simile. Now there are few examples. He eats like a pig, like a pig. So this is simile. Here like is used. Thanks for mailing this letter, you are angel. It means, it doesn't mean that that fellow has become angel. His characteristic is like angel. It's cold like an Antarctica here. Now see here, like, again like is used, like has been used. This is Antarctica. It means it is very cold there. It's Antarctica here. Now see here, it directly, it's Antarctica here. It's been very cold here. Her skin was as white as snow. As, see the comparison, as white as snow. It can be written, if we are using it as metaphor, her skin is snow. You know, even her skin is snow white directly. No, we have not used like or as. Laughter is the music of soul. Laughter is the direct comparison. She went on working in the pantry as quiet as mouse, as quiet as. Now, if you would like to write it as a metaphor, she went on the working in the pantry as mouse. No, no, no. She went like a mouse. No, this sentence is not okay. Not okay. Not okay. Okay. The computer in the classroom was an old dinosaur. It means it's very old. She smelled like a rose too. The old woman thought like. The detective listened to her tales with a wooden face, means straight face, no emotion. John sleeps like a baby all night. Nasir like a baby. I think that a new singer is a diamond in the rough. Diamond. Now directly like a diamond, not it's directly diamond. So this is a very important literary device that you have learned today, that is simile and metaphor. Given below a few examples of metaphor, and now see here there are more examples that you can easily distinguish between simile and metaphor. The baby was a soft skin, has a soft skin. Her rabbit skin fascinated me. Now one has been done for you. Okay. Given below a few examples of metaphor, complete these by filling in the blanks with appropriate words from the okay. So rabbit skin, here is rabbit, and here it has been used rabbit skin. So now can you guess what is this? Simile or metaphor? This is metaphor. Ravi is the bravest soldier in the army. He is a lion. Now what is any guess? Is it simile or metaphor? Yes, correct. This is metaphor. Because as and like. Now see here. How do you know exactly what is in front of you? A simile or a metaphor? When you see one. Like if you are seeing the sentence, how would you find out whether this sentence has simile or metaphor? Just simple. If there is a use of as or like in the sentence, then it is simile. If it's just a comparison without any helping words, means कि अगर as or like is has not been used, then it is metaphor. You can see that here is no as or um, her as or like has been used, so it is metaphor. Shiv is a very swift child. Swift मतलब तेज तर्रार. स्विफ्ट एक कार का भी नाम है ना. स्विफ्ट डिजायर क्या. स्विफ्ट मीन्स वेरी फास्ट. द पर्सन हु इज वेरी फास्ट. ही इज द चीता. मतलब his character is cheetah is a very fast animal. So cheetah, here it is cheetah. Again, what it is, simile or metaphor? Yeah, correct. Metaphor. All these sentences are metaphor, it seems. Chintu imitates his elder brother. His elder brother gets irritated by this little monkey. Oh, now this child is compared with monkey, but there is no as or like. So again, it is monkey here, and again it is metaphor. So this sentence, it means all the sentences are metaphor, it seems. Yeah, yeah. All the sentences are metaphor. Now, what should be our priority? Our HOTS, higher order thinking skill. Now you have to think over it. Why should be what should be our priority? Our personal growth or our motherland's growth, and why? If you would say that motherland's growth is important, you're very correct. It's very important. But can you imagine without your contribution, motherland can grow? No. It is because of we countrymen, that our motherland would grow. So it is interdependent. So you have to choose very, you have to think in a way that it cannot be distinguished. If your growth is not there, country's growth won't be there. Your growth should be there, and your progress, success should be used for the country's success. For example, if an engineer does not think about himself to grow, to think of better ideas, he won't be able to implement in the construction of like civil, if it is a civil engineer, construction of high rise buildings, bridges. There are so many the metros. So it is important to have personal growth first, and that growth should be used for the motherland's growth. Okay, so you cannot distinguish that your personal growth is not important and mother's land growth is important. Mother's land growth is important foremost, but without your growth it's not possible that our country will develop. So it is interdependent. This is the answer of why. Now, life skill, what do you understand by life skill? Tell me. We have discussed it before also. So life, okay, so life skill is what? Life skill is that quality, that skill that enables you to lead a successful life. Means that if life has ups and downs, and you should be in the position to deal with different kinds of situation. Like you should have a good communication skill, you should have some what to say, communication, should learn some technical things, problem solving, creative skill, critical thinking. These are all how you react to a particular situation depends on your life skill. Now let's see what is there in this question. Some children of your class often speak about going abroad for further studies and their plans to settle there only. You strongly feel that one should stay in one's own country. How will you help them see your point of view? Now it's your ability, that how you're going to, your communication skill, how you're going to convince your classmates who is very much willing to go abroad and settle down there because of the glittery life and the successful life, the things they enjoy there. He or she also wants to go there and enjoy that kind of life, while you prefer to stay in the country and work for the country. Now it is your life skill uh, that will come to your help to make your friend change his mind. Fine. So it is life skill. If you have that ability to convince other, then you have got a good life skill. So it means that you have to be logical, you have to be you have a good knowledge of what you are saying. You can think creatively, you can be critical. So all these are life skills that needs to convince other if you want to prove your point. Okay, so why is it understood? I am sure that you have understood. Now if you have not, you can give me a call. Why it is important to learn scripture as well as sciences? Discuss with your partner. Oh, have a discussion with your partner. School में तो ऐसा parents से discuss करो. It's a good time to have a good discussion with your parents. Isn't pandemic this I'm not able to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Pandemic has given you an opportunity, and use maximum of it. You have got a good time to discuss things with your parents, your brother and sister, your distant cousins and uncles, aunts, that how the things happens. So why it is important to learn scriptures as well as sciences? Why it is important? discuss and find out कि क्यों जरूरी है scripture पढ़ना, why it is important to go through the Purans, Ramayana, Bibles, Qurans, because it it gives us some kind of, because all the holy books teaches you to be humble, kind, truthful, generous. None of the scripture teaches you to be cruel, discriminate or go for the casteism, and ये सब चीज बिल्कुल नहीं सिखाता कोई भी scripture. They doesn't teach us. So it is important to have a humbled and awakened life. If you will go through the scripture, if you will study all the religious book, whether it is Bible, Ramayana, Quran and Puran, there are so many books, lovely books, that if you will go through, you will understand what depth it has. And why it is science. Science is very important because it is the foundation of success. कि साइंस है, आज पेंडेमिक है, because science is working day and night to bring out a vaccine. Science gives a human the wings to fly. So you can bring out more of the things that we can discuss. Think over it once the school, hopefully maybe after Durga Puja the school will reopen, so we'll have a good discussion over it. Let's see what is there in the next slide. I hope that you have some clear concept of this. Now this is value. The poem Bharat Desh highlights certain important values which the citizen of the country need to embed in themselves to make their country progress. Can you shortlist them? Okay, can I give you this work to do it yourself? Okay, so what do you understand by values? What do you understand by values? Values are the way we perform any work. What is our aim and how we are going to achieve that aim? Are we going to have wrong means? Are we going to have a right path, righteous behavior while attaining that success, that attaining that objective? So values are what? When you are determined to do a work and you are doing it in the right way, then you are having that values like honesty, truthfulness, determination. Okay, so it is important to have a good values. So now the poem Bharat Desh highlights certain important values which the citizen of the country need to embed in this. What is the values that has been given in the poem? Like we are not supposed to be lazy, we are not supposed to be weary, we always should be generous, ready to work. These are the values that is given in the poem. So please go through this poem once again and find out there are so many values: the patriotism, the truthfulness, the honesty, the consistency, the persistency, the hard work we must do. So these are the values that is given in the poem. Now write a short paragraph. I'm proud to be an Indian. Write it, dear children. Develop some writing skill and go through the tense video and read. If you wish, go through it. If you have understood, no need. But if you are unable to form correct sentences, please read the tenses in your practice book. You solve all the practice book that chapter tenses. It's very important. If you are able to do that, you will be able to form correct sentences. For that, you may go and see that video in which I have explained tense. Okay, so I guess that you have understood everything. And if there is still any confusion, I am there to help you out. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.